Welcome back, guys, with another video on the yall channel. And today we are playing Jujutsu Infinite. It's been 4 days since the game released, and I'm going to tell you guys everything I've learned about the game. Alright, this is kind of going to be like a tutorial starter guide, kind of. It's really just going to be like what you should do, but I guess I'll start it from like level 1. Level 1, you're going to get a little tutorial cutscene. Why did it become so dark? Okay, you're going to get a little tutorial cutscene. Your main people are going to be the instructor in here and Gojo right here, which we don't care about Toji over here. This is if you buy the game pass for Heavenly Restriction. We don't care about that. A lot of people say that the game passes you should buy are at least the third NA, which is going to be your abilities and or this right here, the NA bag, which is technically going to be like any N8s you spin, or I'm not gonna remember that name, so I'm just gonna say abilities throughout this video. Any abilities you spin, you store forever. You can really switch back and forth with that. I don't agree that you need one of these third slots if you get the N8 bag. If you really want to mix and match for more than 2, then go ahead. But the NA bag is definitely like a kind of like a must buy if you're not fully content with the things you get. And in my opinion, any special grade abilities you get are going to be overpowered. There's no like better one for grinding. I say personally, get whatever ability makes you happy. Any ability you want, try to get that the best you can. Like build up and grind towards that ability. I would even say save up materials for that, because money is going to be very needed in this game. I think I do have a new ability, or a not touched ability, where, yeah, so this is a lower one because I'm trying to spin this away for another special grade, but you are going to need money for pretty much every move, and then we'll get into maximum scrolls and domain shards. You're also going to need. Anyways, you can follow this story. A lot of YouTubers say to do the story mode until level 60, and that's pretty much because you can do pretty much everything else at level 60. I do say do that, but I would say maybe like try to grind missions a little more and get up to maybe level 80, just so you're not like struggling on the first boss if you are going to do it by yourself. And if you do want to just do the bosses at level 60, then I just say just do it with a party of people. The only problem with that is the more people you have in a party, the more health the boss has, but the bigger luck boost you get. Now the game doesn't explain what the luck boost is, which is kind of sad, because in my opinion right now this game's luck is like 1 in a million. You just gotta be like crazy lucky. I feel like there's things to help you boost luck, but 5%, it's just not helping you much. Anyways, yeah, you can do that. You can do all that. You can. I haven't. It's been 4 days, guys. I haven't been like, I don't know how to explain this. You can't really stay with the story mode the whole time, so you're gonna have to do missions either way. The game's gonna teach you how to do missions and how to use your abilities and unlock things like that. But you can do the story mode, I think, immediately when you join. I think you might get to a high enough level, but then you're going to have to do missions either way. Because you have to get to the next level that the story mode wants you to get to actually keep doing it, and each time it's gonna get like a bigger gap. Like, let's say level 60 is where you're at. You're level 60, you do the level 60 story mode, and it's probably gonna move up to like, I think it's 120 next, or 105, and then it goes up to like 120 or 130. So you would have to grind out those levels. So let's just say that you did grind either the missions or the story mode if you could, or had like 2 times XP on to allow you to get to level 60. After you're level 60, well, your 2 new options are going to be the investigations and bosses, which are going to be really broken. Investigations is going to be mainly for money, in my opinion, because they drop every part of the investigation, and I'm pretty sure there's 4 different parts. Yeah, there are. Every part in the investigation drops 4 chests, and there's 4 parts, so you can get 16 chests from 1 investigation. And I do recommend doing investigations with other people. I mean, you can solo them pretty easily, but in my opinion, they're just time consuming. So I would just say just find a group of people. And also, luck does actually help benefit in investigations, seeing as investigation luck is just broken because you can have 4 chests and 4 different phases you can open, so 16 chests in total. You pretty much get you can pretty much get a good item in about an hour, maybe 30 minutes if you're like speedrunning the investigations, or even 15 if you have like all max players helping you. You can only have up to 4 people though, so I mean it would have to be 3 other max players. And then you have bosses, this is why I say just get up to level 80, because then in my opinion you can definitely solo a level 60 boss, which is going to be the starter boss. But there are different bosses, and to unlock the different bosses you do have to be quote unquote level requiremented, like you have to be a certain level requirement. But I say quote unquote because the story mode will actually introduce you to that boss before you can do the raid of it, so it kind of already shows you what the boss is gonna be like, and then you can go do the boss. I don't think it does that for the finger bearer though. I don't remember if it does. That might be level 60 boss, but I don't really remember. So yeah, the bosses are pretty simple, I guess. With easy and medium being the easiest. Hard just becomes the boss doing like crazy amounts of damage, and we don't talk about Nightmare. Yeah, I suggest staying away from Nightmare until you're like around level 300, and that's pretty much for the level 60. I mean, maybe like 250. I can't stop you. Just learn yourself, I guess. Then you have your good old missions over here. Now, I have opinions about missions. Okay. But before that, we're gonna go over here. Trading, I don't know what's happening with trading. This game's kind of like unfinished, kind of. There's a few daily quests that don't completely work. Trading's been bugged, but hey, each time something's bugged and the admins figure it out, they just drop codes. So I guess that's a win-win-ish. You're gonna have this market over here. Trading broken, but I mean, you can try to trade. If you do want to trade, right now, the way to trade is doing /trade and then putting in someone's name, and it should allow you to trade with them or get their username or whatever, or like you'll get a little I don't have anywhere else to trade with. You get a little trade menu up here. You can click on things, add stuff that you need or that you want to trade, and then you get the trade. But right now it's saying that global trading's locked, and that doesn't mean just go in here and trade. No, it means trading's broken. I don't know why the word global's in there, but the trading's broken right now. Then you have the cursed market. It's going to be your best friend and your worst friend. This cursed market goes on for 6 hours. Right now the times for me, not for everyone, but is going to be 10. I can't tell you if that's Eastern time or not, but 10 and 4. And it's just going to keep repeating those 2 times. 10 a.m., 10 p.m., 4 a.m., 4 p.m. And pretty much is going to allow you to trade a bunch of random things. Domain shards or any gold thing like this, which is going to be the unique scale, is going to be the most important thing. But usually the things that you trade them for are pretty much impossible to get. Like this is completely chance. Tragedy. And I'm pretty sure domain shards or any unique items are also 0.1% chances. Now, most of these items you can get from the story quest, fully completing it. And I like how when YouTubers say fully complete it, they kind of give you hope that you'll be able to get these things early. Like, you can get an incomplete domain by fully completing the story mode. And you can get a maximum scroll by fully completing the story mode. But as you can see here, you have to be max level to use these. Both of them, just so you know. You have to be max level to use a domain shard and a maximum scroll. Even though you get the maximum scroll at level 360 in the story quest, you still have to be max level to use it, which is hilarious, because it gives you false hope throughout the whole story quest. Then you finally get it, and you can't use it. And technically, not every single skill needs a maximum scroll. Like, I didn't need a maximum scroll for this. I just needed money and a domain shard. But there are some skills out there. And also, I don't remember if I've said this already, but oh yeah, I kind of drifted off of this. Yeah. I was talking about how any, what are these called again? Innate abilities would be like technically perfect. You could really be a weapons main if you want to. There's a lot of weapons in this game, and they do drop at random times. Like, I'm about to go fetch one or something, because something about to drop. They drop every hour, especially if you get the item notifier. Now, a lot of people don't recommend this, and I don't either. It's definitely better in a private server, because there's a lot of fast people in public servers. You can still try your chances and just server hop for every hour. But I would just say private server with this is probably the best, but that a lot of money. It is kind of worth it though, as there's a lot of weapons that can drop. But yeah. Also, I just got bamboozled. What the heck? Nothing spawned. Oh well, I was lied to, I guess. Maybe private servers nothing spawns, which might actually be depressing, cause, or maybe something's just happening. I got unlucky. I don't know. But anyways, I would say Volcano is probably the best innate ability. Now, it is a legendary, and there are 3 different legendaries, so it's a 1 in 3 chance that you actually can get it, and the legendaries have a 2.75% chance of even spinning for, but it definitely has the most potential of grinding, in my opinion. Now, I still say that anything legendary and higher are just broken, in my opinion. All of them have domains. So that's pretty much like the whole goal of the game, getting a domain, because domains can really help you grind. They help you domain clash against bosses. And once you unlock a incomplete domain, or just a domain, for some reason then the NPCs do too, and they will also try to domain clash with you. It's really interesting. Domains can buff, debuff others, spawn in random stuff, buff attacks, buff melee attacks, things like that. You know, the normal buffing, debuffing. It's really helpful. A lot of my abilities do like 1,000 damage with my domain now, so I guess that's that. Then you have this thing. Yeah, so the crafting system is a little it's kind of there if you really need it or really don't. It's technically pairs with boss and investigations. You can get different you can get different drops from boss and investigations, being like these these small drops. Like investigations drop keys, and bosses drop these most random items ever. And if you don't get the boss drop that you want, and they do have like weapons and different things, rings, and different cosmetics to help you buff yourself, then you can come over here and you can actually craft this stuff. But this is the funny part. You would have to get 100 keys, and yes, all of the keys are a guaranteed drop, and you can technically get more keys out of a chest. Is a percent chance. There's usually only 1 extra key. So let's say 2 keys. That's still at least doing the, you know, the ones you need to do 100 times, 50 times, and that's with a very small percent chance. So probably around more of 90 times if you're lucky to get an extra key every, like, you know, 10 times. But yeah. Investigations get really annoying. I guess if you have, like, if you become max level and you have a team of other max level people, you could do like nightmare mode and try to get as much as you can out of it. But if you are just trying to get the crafting materials and you've completely given up on trying to get the drop, then I would just say do it on easy with max level people, and you could sweep through these really easily to get all the crafting materials that you would want and need. Oh my god, that was a lot. And also, I do say crafting is kind of like all leveled, but at the same time max. You have to be a high level to even unlock Gojo's raid, or yeah, Jogo's raid. So you can't really craft this willingly, or even do the raids for the drops. So I would just say if you're trying to do it for anything and all things, like you see something cool, just try to get to max level first, because like most of these things aren't going to be unlocked until you've completely like finished the story mode and things. Alright. I think I've gone over pretty much everything I wanted to, but I do have a lot of a final thing for starters and missions, which is going to be, you know, missions don't really matter to a lot of people, but I have a little system to help me grind pretty fast in the start of the game. I don't know what most people use. Some people got to max level early, the first day early, but I'm gonna explain what I usually use. Oh, okay, that works too. Yep. Here's the little chest system, but you know the game will explain that too. I usually let's go back to level 60. Yeah, as you can see, you have your different boss drops of weapon drops that drop here. For some reason, the axe drops twice but doesn't buff, which is hilarious. But what I usually do is re-roll, because you can re-roll infinitely, until you either find a 3-star thing if you've unlocked it yet. I think you might have to be like a little higher than the level requirement. I'm not too sure, but I feel like that did acquire to me, like come to me around level 80. I realized, like, why am I not getting any purples until I became like level 185ish, and then I started getting purples. I don't really know if that even matters. Maybe I just need to re-roll more, but what I usually do is re-roll until you get a 3-star, and if you can't get a 3-star, like it just keeps giving you gold or like these normal white ones, then do any curse user. It's literally one person that you have to fight, and yes, they can have technically any curse ability in the game. Capture points can help too, but usually you get more money and XP for curse users, so I would just say just do those. It's pretty easy if you can find a infinite combo to get, and you don't really need an infinite combo either, because the game does help you with mechanics being able to literally dash over to a person. You don't really need infinite combo. Wuss. Don't do it. Stop. I'm making a video, please. Wuss. But yeah, if you can find an infinite combo or just use your abilities in the right way, like the string ability, I'm pretty sure you get right when you like unlock technique or something like that, then you can pretty much do these quests by yourself. I wouldn't recommend doing missions with others unless like you really want to, because what I found out is doing missions with others is kind of slower if you're not in the like grinding mindset of just doing it yourself. I don't think NPCs' health's buffed when you do missions with others, but I just find it easier to grind by myself than with others when doing missions. So yeah. Anyways, stop it. I'll come back to you guys later. Don't. No, I'm trying to talk about techniques. You mind? You mind? You mind? No? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, this is what I'm talking about. These random NPCs. Domain clashing. No. Oh yeah, we win these. Oh yeah, we win these. He has Sukuna's domain? What the? Why does an NPC have Sukuna's domain? This doesn't make sense. This game's broken, I swear. Alright, well, stick around. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoy. And tell me how your guys' experience of the game is going on. I really want to know. If you need any help with grinding at this point, I might as well, because, you know, max level. I'm just trying to get all the weapons in the game. And the game isn't over either. There is still going to be a lot of progression, as Gojo told me. So, that's fun. It's day 4 and everyone already got to max level, so I mean, or pretty much most people. So I do expect them to maybe drop a higher level, like even if it's like 450, just to keep going with the story mode soon. But what I wanted to talk about was the stats. Alright, so you have innate stats, really gonna be by yourself, or you know, you can level them up. You actually have leveling materials, being the mastery scrolls, that can help you level them up by 15 levels, which is really broken. If you can get enough of those, you could really just max out any ability instantly. But what I'm going to talk about is these stats over here kind of show you like what the buffage is, and I don't know what these numbers mean on top because day 4. But I'm gonna basically explain what is necessary in a build here. I wanted to kind of just explain everything I could, just in case I learn anything later, and I can make a video on it later. So this is kind of just everything I've learned, and don't take this the wrong way if you have a different build. In my opinion, health is pretty much just overpowered if you want to be a healer. But what I would strive toward is not this. You do not want slow reverse curse technique or RCT, reverse curse technique. You don't want this at all. This is terrible. I don't know if you're gonna stop on it because you're focusing more on technique focus or strength, that makes sense. But no, if you're gonna try to be a healer or even like remotely focused on health, don't stop here and don't really focus on any of these. I mean, this is more of like if you can get a perfect parry, and I guess this is helpful. But like, no, you don't need any of this percentage stuff early on. You want to go for the reverse curse technique burst. This is literally gonna heal 15% of your health in 2 seconds. It is broken for healing you first. And then you want to get this if you want to be a helpful supportive healer to a team or party members. You just need to be near them, and it literally just grabs your opponent. Now, I do take to note, I'm pretty sure this completely stops whatever the opponent is trying to do, so they won't be able to run away. So probably don't do this in like a big herd of curses. You'll get jumped. And yeah, just get this whole tree line. This is going to help increase your health all the way to the maximum, which is going to be 4, and then the burst curse. These 3 different abilities aren't completely needed. What I would do is get Death's Door, just because it's gonna help your healing attribute, and Sacrifice Arm, because it's literally gonna give you an extra like chance at life. If your health hits 0 but you've already activated the Sacrifice Arm technique, then you'll actually get like, it's not a lot of health, it's like 100 health, which is pretty sad, but it'll be enough for you to at least run away and then maybe pop a few reverse curse techniques to heal yourself. Then we have focus. As you can see, focus is broken for me. You definitely, if you're going to be like a Yuji Itadori build or just a strength build, you definitely want to get focuses the Sparks of Black. This is going to give you 3 different types of black flashes, and pretty much do like 1,000 damage each. I know I am max level, but I'm pretty sure that didn't change the damage quality of it, so it's still pretty broken. What you want to do if you're going to go for the Sparks of Blackness is also focus on the focus tokens. You start out with 3 focus tokens, but with the 2 extra that I bought, I now have 5. Which is pretty much going to make it so if you did max out at 3, now you can max out as 5, and you can use 5 different black flashes. And whoa, and the Sparks of Blackness only need you to, the Sparks of Black only need you to hit 3 black flashes, so you can have 2 left over for pretty much anything. These are kind of sub abilities. I really just wanted to max out focus. You don't need the Vampire Black Flash. It's just because I'm not focusing on reverse curse, so I can't heal myself this way. I'd rather heal myself every time I hit a black flash. This is kind of more needed than the healing yourself black flash. If you're not going to worry about healing yourself at all because you play with someone that wants to be a healer and you're like always going to play with them and they can just heal you whenever, then I would go more down here. This is going to be the percentages of black flash. It's going to up your damage by a lot, and trust me, when you have forms, different things that can buff yourself with, like we got this, and you hit them with this. This is going to be a farm, part of your innate, and then this is going to be a farm you can get with technique. This is pretty much like a good 1,500-ish damage for pretty much probably any move. Wait, let's see if I can find. Oh, did they disintegrate? My test dummies, they're gone. No. Yeah, just take my word for it, I swear. Oh yeah, they're definitely gone. Just take my word for it. If you have like a basic form or a form that goes with your innate, jeez, and you don't need this. The Divergent Fist is just a buffer. Then yeah, you can definitely do broken damage with that and having the Sparks of Black. But the Sparks of Black by itself is pretty much 1,000 damage. So I mean, do whatever you want. This is definitely a clean start if you didn't get any like curse techniques that you want and you don't want to spend any money on it. This is definitely a clean start. A lot of people do this in strength, but they do strength for more of the techniques. But we'll get to strength later. Then we have actual techniques. Techniques is kind of like a gamble. As you can see here, I have SS in techniques. You can have all the way up to SSS, but like you don't really need much for techniques. Like this is all just like flashy stuff and showy stuff. You don't want to get Veil if you're never going to use it. It's a really big, wide area, and the description it literally gives you is it prevents players from running away. Now, there are actually openings in Veil, which is what the final version of Technique is going to help you with, Barrier Mastery, which is just a waste of 60 skill points. And keep in note, you only get 1 skill point for each level, so no extra. This is not needed. This is not needed if you're focusing on grinding, leveling up statures like that. You literally have an E move that will allow you to dash straight to players, and if you use it correctly, you can fly pretty far with it. At least to catch the other NPCs and players. Anyways, not needed. I want to say a straight line for technique. This one's kind of like gambling. Technique's supposed to boost your curses or curse technique or whatever, the sorcerer ability, your innate ability. Chanting only works for certain moves. Like for me, it was really a gamble because it literally only works for my C move. So not the best. I haven't found out if curse or chanting is like broken on anything. It might be good for Sukuna, seeing as that's originally where I'm pretty sure chanting comes from because he has 2 mouths. But it would be nice to get like technique buffs, I guess. But you do have to go through chanting for that, and this is 30 skill points. I wouldn't say technique is like the first thing you need to work on. Maybe get a technique awakening, and then just these 2. You don't really need this. This buffs your physical stature, I guess, your M1 damages, and then you don't really need this. You can get it if you want. It's gonna make a second impact, a little bit more damage, but it's not needed. Technique's really not something you need to focus brokenly on first. I would say maybe like third if you want to just get this. You really need to see what curse technique you're gonna get. I would say only get chanting if you have a legendary or special grade thing that you gonna want to actually use an enchanted ability on, and maybe even look it up first and see what abilities you can actually use on chanting. Unless you have a stat refinding, you can just test yourself. Chanting is also going to take one of these bars up, so you do kind of need focus built first. Focus is probably going to be like the main thing you want built. And then we have this. This is like if you didn't get an ability you wanted at all and you never want to use it, like ever. This is if you don't like have a decent weapon. This is just gonna, I don't have it unlocked, but this is gonna give you like the most random kicks, punches, flips, up flip, axe smash. These are just gonna give you like a bunch of random skills that go into your fist ability that you can use as like an extra hitter, the combo extender, I guess sometimes. Not really needed. If you're trying to do like a certain build, like a free version of Heavenly Restricted, then maybe you want to do this straight. Well, actually, scratch maybe. I actually did this build myself. If you want the free version of Heavenly Restriction and you just don't like the abilities you got, just get the straight line of this. Your Rush Mastery, and then this. You don't really need Dash Mastery, but if you want to feel like Toji, the free version, the free and safe version, then this 60 skill points is going to be worth it, as you can hold the dash button down, and yes, emphasis on hold, because if you do it once, you'll be disappointed. You'll dash like barely anywhere. If you hold it down, you go for a pretty long time, decently long time. It's going to be helpful for getting around the map, which is very important, because, geez, especially when items drop, and if you have a item notifier, Getting around the map is going to be very broken. And what you want to do is literally the only ability you want to buy, because I'm pretty sure most of these are just going to be like skills. Like all these are 10 skill points. You don't need this. Get this up here, Rib Breaker. You know, literally all you have to do is use R if you're on, you know, computer. It's just gonna be a heavy attack, and it will literally make it so all your attacks then for for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, or 4 seconds if you max it out. 4 seconds is definitely broken. For 4 seconds, will do an extra amount of damage, and trust me, it's worth it. If you do that and focus, and you just use you do the Rib Breaker thing and then Black Flash, and it even works on like your Black Flashes. Like the Black Flash they teach you is, you know, into R. That R ability, because it's your heavy attack, will also do Rib Breaker, and you can just hit multiple other Black Flashes that will literally break people. I mean, it does crazy amount of damages. It's like 800, I think, was the highest I got with it, but I wasn't max level, so it might be 1,000 now. But I found a little better method for me. But yeah, that's all I've learned. If you really want me to talk about the quests, there's other quests around the map that are one-time quests and then daily quests. But pretty much, if you follow the story quests, you'll get to all these. I need to do some myself, and those give spins if you do want to get more spins to spin off your innate that you don't want. And then you also have the AFK area. Why didn't it bring me back? I'm not gonna be able to come back. Alright. Oh wait. You also have the AFK arena area that's in the main lobby area, which is going to give you one spin every 20 minutes and one chest. The chest max out at 20, and the spins they just keep going, but like kind of not worth it. I'd rather just play the game to see what you can get other than do spins. Game's really fun. Hope you guys like it. Go check it out, and make sure you like and subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day, night. Your boy signing off. And if I did miss anything, or you want me to clarify anything else, or test anything, or help you guys, just leave a comment down below. Bye bye.